Oh, so that's how it is.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli, but I never knew. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such
Oh, you flat? If it's possible...
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hu Tao invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many. Happy Lantern Ride, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Ride! Are you having fun? Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before. I heard that the audience loved it too. And she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge...
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Come to think of it,
Hold on. Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Oh, let Paimon see! Someone here knows how to encourage. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful. Oh, so that's what you were talking.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation, Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spice. My suggestions were nothing more.
Oh, the two of you. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted.
That sounds like it might become a little...
How about I sample?
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're... Oh, Hu Tao was the one who invited us. Oh, Guoba volunteered to... You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba help. As for who...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here. Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch someone and could it be... Kuching?
She didn't clarify. And as her
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Oh, I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight to convene here with all of you.
It's almost Lantern Rite. Yet you took all the trouble.
The director...
Rex Lapis. May I ask what
The director asked me to buy sesame oil.
Then why would you come all the...
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yanxiao and received some spice.
What about the sesame?
It's a shame. I couldn't...
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang.
There he goes again. Enough with everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler. Great.
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh, finally, when we arrived just now, the host at Xinyue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the... Paimon would have never guessed the person who
Oh, That's also the first I've...
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
Ahem.
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling.
Whoa, everyone's getting all formal. Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons. Please accept Paimon's greeting. Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too hard.
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggs.
What's your truly...
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float, and that is something our consultant would say.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun, and we all worked really hard this year. Whether traveling or guiding, cooking, helping with the family business, exercise, and of course, our consultant. Everyone has done as the one who brought everyone together.
Huh? Sounds kind of self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that
It wasn't as complicated as...
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of Demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn. Hero, I know you're there.
Quiet.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell.
I know you. You're the 77th. Is there something you need?
That does sound like one of Hu Tao.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would...
There might be other reasons.
Smart get, huh? It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relations.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent. The Adepti vanquished the demons. The Millelith fought valiantly. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war.
That's right. 1 point for the consult. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while. You know him pretty well.
This matter is out of my control. So
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why, besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting...
But I didn't...
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy.
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl?
Huh?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food.
Huh? Guoba would do that? But now that I think of it...
It sounds like you've heard...
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before. You should know him. He's...
Seeds of Store.
And cultivated, did Paimon just uncut that voice? Could it...
If I'm not don't just sit there, Zhang. No such need.
You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand... Oh, it's the...
Huh?
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat.
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it real?
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Yup. Now that I met Singcho at a light novel convention. How I wish I never expected that there'd be another person in—
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your
Could this new guest be Master?
Yeah! Xiao, you remember me too, right?
Yes, yeah. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago. When I...
You've already forgotten? And bards go around singing.
Oh, right. And this bard was... It was a moving melody. And it made me feel relaxed.
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng funeral.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsettling...
That's very considerate.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss says...
Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and from the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to... Xiao, you're an adeptus.
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable. Huh? Xiao's a warrior! Eh? I've actually heard a few things. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who...
Now that you mention it, I see. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable. His work's witty and...
Now you're... I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is There's one I heard a while back that went... The old house. The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's...
I think so too. If I were to give it a go... An old melon on a vine. A new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice...
You have great taste, Venti. I was afraid about...
Of course! Hey, Shincho! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written... I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but...
I don't think it...
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is it turned down... I heard that Liwa will be hosting a Lantern-Rite music festival this year. As a musician, getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration. As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, the Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for one. Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Xinyue. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Leo, people are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and the festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly. And we're all gathered to come together with all of you at the beginning of In a moment like this, I propose we raise a...
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhong...
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food, considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to.
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts.
What's with the urgency?
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after...
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then.
Are you all right? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. But this time... That's not what I meant, or perhaps I should say Rex Lapis is real, and that's something I might never be able to do. No matter. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, It feels... Yes. The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation. So it was difficult. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with but I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capices always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps, but I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed. I never saw him wear this during the war.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding.
You're not.
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and mud. To be honest, you looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to one.
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's...
Please wait. There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these.
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yan Xiao... I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu. I'll be honest, before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me. So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen.
Thank you for the trouble. I'll take them.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yan Xiao cooks. Please let...
Okay.
Alrighty, we should head back now. You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon. How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having your dessert is all Paimon.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to...
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this
Oh? Is this...
Nope. This is something I made up so that spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling it. Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth.
I see. Perfect symbolism. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhang. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye. If knowledge were a form of power...
But when it comes to having a way with words, then I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled... Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the...
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how...
is this really the way this...
It's not a big... Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous Wan Min restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel... Please stop! You're making... If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest...
Huh? Don't get me...
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the...
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser which means we should choose Chongyun.
Huh? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons. Adeptus Xiao has the most
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observation. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, that's right! Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again. Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Does that mean... Paimon? Oh, well...
I agree. Paimon's just the... Without a friend constantly by your... But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere...
Ah, the traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your...
You guys... Paimon, those were genuine compliments. Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but...
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friend...
That is...
That means Paimon is as important to the Traveler as... Looks like we've come to an agreement.
I trust the Traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. Take the match, and don't burn yourself. It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time.
Yep, the tea...
You don't have to go all polite on me. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime. It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when...
Bye. Oh, we should write... We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later.
Understood. See you later.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just... If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli...
Heaven forbid. Not you too.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Ramble. The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Sarah. From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, her area of research, but there are multiple sides. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Xiao, and this was as true back then as it is. Just how Xiao may seem unapproachable to most, but so there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
I mean...
It looks like you understood. The director asked me to accompany you on your return. But after that, it'll be time for me to go back.
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone. Paimon always feels a little empty inside. Like, at least you always stay by... No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel... Good. Xiao, is there anything else you want to do?
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The events of today occurred so abruptly. Okay, I'll